Hi, my name is Ellen. Thanks so much for joining me. Today I'll lead a somatic tracking meditation for meeting strong emotions and the physical sensations that accompany them. Emotions aren't inherently threatening to us, but just as we might interpret safe sensations in our body as dangerous, our brains can interpret emotions as dangerous and create symptoms to protect the body from a threat. In this guided meditation, we'll practice allowing in emotions, just feeling them instead of avoiding them, so that we can correctly interpret them as safe. So let's get started. Go ahead and begin by sitting or lying down, getting comfortable, and we'll drop in together for this safe and quiet practice. Just begin by bringing your attention to your breath and breathing in deeply and exhaling fully, allowing your shoulders to drop and just melt away from your ears. And if it feels right, you can let your eyelids close, or you can always keep them open. It's your choice. But just allow your face to relax, your jaw to unclench, and your tongue and mouth to soften. You're just breathing in and breathing out, letting any negativity or unwanted energy release. You might feel that your abdomen begins to soften, your hips can relax, and maybe your hands and feet grow heavy against the surface below them. You're just grounding yourself here in this present moment where you're balanced and supported. And go ahead and begin by just acknowledging things as they are. The sensations that you feel in this moment, the thoughts and feelings that are naturally arising. And as you ponder these thoughts, just continue to breathe slowly and smoothly in and out, sending messages of safety and calm to your brain. At some point, probably as children, we learned that some emotions were dangerous to feel. Maybe it was sadness, because we were scolded for crying, or maybe it was anger, because we didn't get what we needed and we didn't know how to ask for it. In these cases, the brain might have interpreted these emotions as unsafe to feel. So to rewire our brains, we can correct the misinterpretation and know that emotions are safe to feel, that emotions are temporary. They're just a feeling, and they're usually based on past experiences. To do this, just take a moment to check in with yourself and see if you can identify an emotion that you're feeling right now in this moment. Just notice where your mind is gravitating to. And observe this emotion and what it feels like in your body. You don't need to really analyze the emotion or put much analysis into why you're feeling it. Just follow it along and just observe how it manifests in your body. Just like the emotion of embarrassment can manifest as blushing, cheeks reddening, or the emotion of love can cultivate some butterflies that we feel in our stomach. Just notice what's happening. If it's sadness you're feeling, maybe you might start to feel a little warm, or a dryness, or a lump in your throat, or even wetness in the eyes. We're just getting curious here about how emotion plays out in the body. If it's anger, maybe you feel heat or a tightness in your chest. Whatever the emotion is that you're feeling, just notice the bodily sensations that arise with it. And there's no need to judge it. We're just looking here and letting it be there. We're just watching it, because these sensations are safe to feel. Bringing your breath and attention back to the movement, so you're slowly and calmly breathing in and out, and you have one eye still on those physical sensations that manifested from the emotion. So based on past experiences and what you're experiencing now somatically, your brain is trying to decide if this emotion is safe or if it's dangerous in any way to your survival. And when we breathe in, slowly and calmly, and out, letting any tension go, the brain regards this emotion and the sensations to be safely felt, to be safely observed. We can safely follow them and take note with this detached interest. So just keep breathing in and out with a little attention on what's happening with the sensations. Are they changing at all? Are they moving? Are they getting stronger or lessening? And remember, the goal isn't to get rid of them or change them in any way, because they're safe sensations to feel. We're just relating to them in a new way, through a lens of lightness, calm, and safety. This way, any emotion is safe to be met and to be felt. And our brains don't have to associate the feelings as though they're threats and overreact by sending symptoms to protect us. So if the emotion is frustration or overwhelm, just take a moment to feel it. Let it in. You can drop the defense mechanisms and notice what these sensations feel like, where they are, how it manifests in the body. Maybe it's a throb in your head or nausea in your stomach, or maybe it's a flutter in your chest. Just let it be. Don't try to fix it or stop it. It's safe to feel. Just give love to the physical sensations that are coming up. It's okay to follow and pay attention to them because they're safe to feel. Whether the sensations are pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Wherever you learn that these sensations are dangerous, you can stay with them and relearn that they're actually safe to feel. So keep that emotion in mind and follow the sensations, breathing in and out, breathing in peace and calm and safety, breathing out, knowing that emotions themselves can't hurt you, and that sensations are just sensations. It's only when we associate them with fear or danger that they signal to the brain that there's a threat, and we experience them more intensely. These emotional sensations in the body are safe to feel. So keep in mind, we all have uniquely sensitive brains, and we all have different past memories of emotions stored away in our primitive brains. So we might take a moment and imagine that our primitive brain is like a small child that needs to be taken care of. You know, like when a young child is hungry, we feed it, and when it's tired, we take it to bed, and when it cries, we console it. We don't take care of small children because we have to. We do it because we care. It matters whether or not the small child is okay and safe. So in this same way, we can take care of our primitive brain with self-compassion. Self-compassion for the feelings we're having, for what we're going through, because we care and love ourselves. We don't need to respond with harshness or self-critical thoughts. We can look at the emotions, even if they're strong, like guilt or shame, and just lean into them. Maybe placing a hand over our heart and really feeling them. Bringing in compassion for what we're feeling. And at the same time, using our breath and soothing our primitive brain. Maybe choosing words like, it's okay. You're safe. And even if a memory is paired with a sensation, like if we associate fear with, say, horseback riding, because maybe we fell off as a child, or if we associate danger with nausea because once we got food poisoning by eating this certain food, like let's say pizza, we don't have to be afraid of all horses or all pieces of pizza everywhere. Instead, we can sit with these emotions and the physical sensations that come up in our body. The contracting, maybe a buzzing sensation, maybe a constriction. And we can just be with them, watch them. Let our brain know that this is the present, not the past. And that we may have misinterpreted these things as dangerous to feel, these particular somatic feelings in the body. But we can take this moment of self-compassion and talk to our primitive brain and reassure it that we're okay, that we're safe. Our past experiences impact our relationship with fear and safety. Our memories are so powerful that they can trigger fear or danger in our brains. But whatever we've learned to interpret as dangerous, like the pizza or like the horse, we can rewire our brains to view them as safe. We can breathe, stay in rest and digest, not get pulled out to fight or flight. We can cultivate kindness and compassion for ourselves, and by doing this, we're having a corrective experience. And we can do this with any physical sensation. We can acknowledge that what we might have feared is actually objectively safe. Pizza is safe. Horses can be safe. Not all horses will throw you off. Not all pizza will make you sick. So we're reappraising it with this practice of somatic tracking. So let's return to the breath and take a final look at the emotion that we're feeling, along with the sensations that it provoked, and just once again see what's happening, where it is in our body, if it's changed or moved in any way, or maybe it's just stayed exactly the same. Just noticing if it's ebbed or flowed. And again, it's not important what's happened to them because they're safe to be here. We're just taking a little time to view them from a new lens of safety and seeing how this appears in the body. This relaxed, safe view. So taking a final breath in, and on the exhale, just opening your eyes coming back to your space. Maybe taking a few minutes to really integrate this experience. We can use this for any experience, any sensation or emotion. Any sensation in the body that hasn't been deemed a structural issue. We can look and maybe see that there's an emotion behind it. And maybe we can see that there are some sensations that we've been avoiding or been afraid of, and looking in this new way can give us a brand new way to perceive them in our mind. Letting the brain know they're safe, so the brain doesn't need to respond with sending out symptoms in order to protect the body. Thank you for practicing with me, and namaste.